or welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome to the live stream of Epic Cardboard Props, the only channel that aims to teach you how to make mind-blowing props from movies using cardboard only, like those ones. I'm Raphael, I'm the owner of this channel, and today is going to be, as I used to do every week on Wednesday, a Q&A session with you guys. I'm going to try to answer all the questions. I'm going to try to answer all the questions. If you are making one of these tutorials or if you are struggling with something, today is the day to ask me your question, and I try to help you with that. The way it works on a first come first serve basis, because you have a form in the description box below. So you put your question in the form that is in the description box below, because sometimes in the chat for me it's really difficult for me to find out the questions between the author comments most of the time, because it's really fast, and I think you can hear that English is not my first language. So yeah, sometimes it's difficult for me to find out the question and to interact with the chat. I do interact in the chat, but yeah, the best way to have your question answered is by putting them in the form that is in the description box below. I think the moderator of today will remind you a few times during this live stream, and so yeah, so I'm super excited today to be there again. Actually, I'm a little bit out of breath because I was late, and actually I'm a little bit late for this live stream because I wasn't there. I have some difficulties with my setup. Actually, YouTube didn't want me to let me go live. I don't know why. There was a kind of glitch. So yeah, I'm happy to be there. I almost canceled the live today. So yeah, and I can see a lot of people already in the chat. That's great. Dark Knight Sun, which is the moderator of today, is a great guy, but behave, because otherwise he will put you in timeout if you spam or if you misbehaving in the chat. And by the way, if you have some time after this live streams, don't hesitate to go to check out his channel, because he's just started to publish himself some great content and great videos, and actually he just published a new one today. So give him some love, because he's a great guy. He really deserved it. He does a really great job as a moderator. Actually, he's there almost every single time. So yeah, I don't know how I could do this live stream without you, Jeff. So thank you so much, and go ahead after this live stream to see his video, and give him some love and leave a thumbs up if you like, and subscribe if you like what you're saying on his channel. And so yeah, a lot of people already. Okay, Amazing Pro Gamer is there. How are you doing? Good to see you here. Okay, Niraj. Hey, Niraj. Good to see you here, dude. Adam Derrit, he's there. Say hi. Donovan Gouffet, say hi. Please make a sword. Yeah, which one? You have to be way more precise about that. And by the way, if you have suggestion and request in the comments, in the chat, it's not really the best way to have, because it's fast and everything. So the best way to put your suggestion, if you want me to do something, is by putting them in the comments area of this live stream, or in the comments area of the tutorials videos that I've made so far. I read everything. Sometimes it's starting to be a little bit difficult to answer to everyone, but I read everything, every single comment. So of course, if you misbehave the same way, I'll be able to see that too. So yeah, so don't do that as well on my YouTube tutorial videos, but I think most of you already know that. And so yeah, if you have suggestions, put them in the comments area, and I read everything, and I try to answer to everyone, if I'll be able to make or not. And most of the time I just have to think about it, because it's a lot of, I have to think about a lot of things for me to choose the next one, because I have to grow this YouTube channel. I have to, there are a lot of people over there that want me to do everything, so I have to do the right choice. So it's a really difficult thing, but I read everything, and I'll take every suggestions into account. Okay, Chef Manon is there. You are the best. Thank you very much, Chef Manon P. Sorry, my English is terrible. I think you can hear that. Bear with me if sometimes you don't understand something. Yeah, I'm really doing my best. Okay, Deadpool sword. Yeah, I've been thinking about this one. Maybe I will do it. Adam, do it. Any sword is okay. Yeah, why not? But actually, I've been thinking about making a sword from Game of Thrones. But yeah, I still have to think about it. Okay, that's great. And by the way, if you are on this channel and maybe you are working on a props or something, and you want to see a little bit more of something, one of the tutorials that I've made, or if you want to see more of the, with behind the scene and pictures of the next props, the next upcoming props, and you want to see, deep things about the work I do on this YouTube channel, I've just been eligible for the membership on YouTube. So it's been about 2 months that you can be a member of this YouTube channel now. So you can join this YouTube channel as a member. And by doing that, you will have access to a lot of content like behind the scene, upcoming, sneaky peek about the upcoming videos and everything, and some techniques. I will do a series of videos about the techniques I use to make my templates and everything that is going to be for the channel members only, because it's going to be really long videos and everything. And as well, if you want to see more of the, if you're working, for example, on the T-Rex head, the last one that I've made, for example, I record the entire build entirely from start to finish with a kind of GoPro. So it's a really long time-lapse videos, but sometimes they are 8 hours long, and it's accelerate, so it's 8 hours long of several days actually of work. But if you want to see that, to see a specific step from A to Z, from start to finish, you have everything, and you can see these time-lapse videos by becoming a member of this YouTube channel. So don't hesitate to have a look on this. You can have a look on the member perks that I propose to you, just by clicking on the join button next to the subscribe button of my YouTube channel. I just wanted to let you know that, because it's a lot of work, and I will enjoy if you want to see more of the this 20 minutes. Of course, if you are making one of these tutorial videos, with this tutorial you can do everything. You don't need the time-lapse videos, but yeah, some people want to see more of the stuff that more of how I made a specific step on a tutorial. And so yeah, by seeing this tutorial, this long time-lapse video, sometimes it can help a little bit. Okay, so yeah, so that's great. So I'm going to start right now to answer the questions from the form that is in the description box below, guys, because as I said at the beginning of this live stream, the best way to have your question answered is to put them in the form that is in the description box below. And don't lose your time, because I'm going to be live for about 1 hour, and most of the time I don't have the time to answer to everyone, because people sometimes put the question 10 minutes before the end, and because it works on a first come first serve basis. So yeah, don't lose your time. Go ahead right now. Sorry. So the first question from the form is from Dark Knight Sun, which is the moderator of today's live stream. Jeff, his real name is Jeff. He's an awesome guy. And okay, the question, so he made a lot of my tutorial videos. Actually, I'm not even trying to say, because in the form I asked if you made one of my tutorial videos, and I think he wrote 10 of them. X-Wing, Moderator, Stormbreaker, Millennium Falcon, Infinity Gauntlet, Arc Reactor, Star-Lord Gun, Kylo Ren Helmet, and more to come. So yes, that's awesome, Jeff. By the way, if you want to send me some pictures of them, I think you already did. I'm not sure, but I think you already sent me some pictures of them. But don't hesitate to send me pictures of your build. I really love seeing the stuff that you're making from my tutorial videos. And I know that I'm not expecting that you do a perfect job, because I'm really used to make these things, of course. So maybe it's not going to be as perfect as I did with mine, but I don't care. I know that. So if you want to send me the picture of the stuff you've made on my Instagram, DM me your pictures on my Instagram. I really love seeing them and seeing the work you do from my tutorial videos. So the question of from Jeff, which is the moderator, who is the moderator of today's live stream. The question is: Good morning, my friend. How are you today? I'm fine, thank you, Jeff. And you have previously stated that your favorite movies is The Shawshank Redemption. Who is your favorite character from the movie? Mine is Red. That's a really interesting question, and that's true. One of my favorite movies ever is The Shawshank Redemption. And I know that can be a little bit surprising, maybe for some of you, because a lot of my stuff are, the stuff I do as a prop are from, Star Wars, Marvel, and everything. But yeah, there is a lot of thing to do from, as a prop from that kind of movie. So, but yeah, that's my favorite movies. One of my favorite one, maybe with The Empire Strikes Back, Star Wars. And and so my favorite character, I think, I love Red. I really love this character, but I also love Tim Robbins. You know, the character that is played by Tim Robbins. So the main character. I really love this character. Yeah, because it's, you know, the travel that he did in this movie is just unbelievable. You know, he's in prison for something that he didn't do, and when he came back outside, you know, when it's mind-blowing. I really love this movie. So yeah, I think my English is terrible today. Sorry about that. So Tim Robbins, the character that is, I think it's Henry, the name of his character, Henry. No, yes, Henry Dufresne. Yes, the name of Tim Robbins in this movie is Henry Dufresne. The next question is from Aaron Crashy, and so he made or she made, I think is a Thor's hammer. That's great. And the question is, my question: would you like to make Black Panther helmet? Maybe I have to think about it. I think I have to precise some things into the form. I think many of you knows that already, but the form is not for suggestion. If you have suggestions, try, you know, like you want to put them in the form, try to elaborate a little bit. You know, it's a conversation. The form and this live stream is a conversation between us. So if you have if you have a request to make, you can put them in the form, but try to elaborate a little bit. But actually, the best way to put your request is, as I said before, by putting them in the comments of this live stream or in the comments of the tutorial videos. The form is not really made for that. But yeah, so yeah, the Black Panther helmet, maybe I have to think about it. But yeah, actually, it might be a little bit tricky to make this one. It's a little bit the same thing that Spider-Man mask, for example, because you know, the real ones are made out of fabric, and fabric is really difficult to simulate out of cardboard. And especially because I have to make a tutorial that is doable for everyone. If you want to make this, you know, if you want me to make this one, it's going to be a tutorial. That's because you want to wear it. And if I do it, you know, at my size, you know, the size of my head, it's very likely that it won't be suitable for anyone else. So yeah, so it's a tricky, that kind of helmets are really tricky to do. Out of cardboard, as well, because it has to be for everyone's head, or almost everyone's head. So yeah, but I think about it. The next question is from Niraj, and so he made 3 props. He's working on 2. No, he's working on 3. I think he finished 1, but he's working on 2 now. And he asks, can you show Iron Man's helmet, please? I can't show it because I don't have it right now. So maybe the next live stream I try to put the Iron Man helmets here, and if you're there again, I will show it. Just ask me again maybe, and I will show it at the moment. But sorry, I can't show it right now because I don't have it here right now. Okay, so the next question is from Niraj again. Okay, he asks, did you have ever gone to Scotland? Not yet, but I would love to. It's a really beautiful part of the UK. I think it's not correct what I've just said, but yeah, I love Scotland. It's a really beautiful place. So I will have to go there one day. But yeah. The next question is from Niraj again. Do you know language Scottish Gaelic? No, I don't know that. But yeah, it's an interesting language. Okay. The next question. Okay, the next question is from Karan, and so she made the Thor's hammer and Stormbreaker. And the question is, how did you make the Stormbreaker's handle? Pretty much as I showed in the tutorial videos. I think you asked that because the problem that some of you have with the handle of the Stormbreaker is the step where when you have to roll the cardboard tightly, and I think most of you doesn't do that really tightly. You really have the trick to make the handle of the Stormbreaker is really to roll the cardboard tightly, and to do that efficiently, really try to smash the cardboard completely. Try to smash every line of corrugations. Take someone like a steel tube, and smash it then flat. Smash it with something really, even if you can even, you know, make a kind of ball, the idea is really to smash it maximum, as much as you can, and then roll it as tightly as you can. And that way you have really strong pieces of cardboard after that. And the rest is really clearly explained in my tutorial videos. But I think maybe this part was a little bit fast when I explained that in the tutorial video. And I think most of you doesn't smash the cardboard and make the really thick wall with a lot of space into it, which make the pieces really weak. So yeah, the idea is that really smash the cardboard as much as you can and roll it as tightly as you can, if that makes sense. Okay, so yeah, so that's basically it. The next question from the form is from Niraj again, and so he has, can you show Thanos sword? Yeah, I can't show the pieces that I don't have on my background right now, sorry, because they are not in the same room and it's complicated. Sorry, Niraj. The next question is from Max Choreño, and Max Choreño, and the question is, hola, greeting from Mexico. Your props are amazing. Which is your favorite costume for Halloween? Do you enjoy more Christmas or Halloween? That's a great question. What costume do you... so the first part of this question is, which your favorite costume for Halloween? I don't really have a favorite costume for Halloween, because maybe it's going to surprise you a little bit, but I don't costume myself a lot for Halloween, actually. It's not really a thing in my life, but sometimes, you know, when I have some friends and I'm in a kind of party, it happens that I do that, but it didn't happen. It haven't happened for a long time, and this year I think is going to be really tricky because of the, you know, the COVID-19 situation. But yeah, so I don't really have a favorite costume. But yeah, maybe Michael Myers costume I love because it's really iconic. Maybe, I don't know, but yeah. And for the second part of your question, do you enjoy more Christmas or Halloween? I love both of them, actually. Both are really different, I think. Maybe I prefer Halloween because it's more, you know, there are more costumes, things like that, and Christmas is more for the children, maybe, in a way, you know. But and I don't have children so far, so it's not really a big thing for me. But yeah, I don't know, maybe Halloween, but actually I kind of like both of them equally. And so yeah, this is my cats. One of my cats, because I have 4 cats, guy. Yeah, 4. That's a thing. Okay, so the next question from the form is from Christopher, and from Christopher, and the question, so he is working on the T-Rex. Okay, so he's working on the T-Rex, or he made the T-Rex. I think he's working on it because it's a long one. I think you probably don't finish it yet. I haven't finished it just yet because I know that it's a time-consuming one. Maybe you are, I don't know. But yeah. So the question is, what is your next prop? My next prop is going to be a special Halloween tutorials, and it's actually, I finished it. I can't show it now because it's drying. I just applied the last layer of varnish on it. And I'm going to publish it on Sunday, and it's going to be a Jason Voorhees mask. Yeah, Jason Voorhees mask, and yeah, and I'm really pleased with the result. So yeah, it's going to be on my YouTube channel Sunday. It's going to be a really easy one to make. So if you want to make it before Halloween, I think you have plenty of time to make it because it's not going to be really long to do. You know, as opposite of the other ones that I've made so far, it's going to be one of the easiest prop I've made. But that doesn't mean it's not a great result. It's a really well finished helmet, in my opinion. But yeah, so it's still made out of cardboard. But yeah, I'm really pleased with the result of it. So on Sunday, on my YouTube channel, the next Sunday. So the next question is from the Dark Shade. And so he made, or she made, I'm not sure, Thor's Hammer, Infinity Gauntlet, Iron Man Arc Reactor, Star-Lord, Quad Blaster. That's awesome. And the question is, my first question is that, what is the next prop you are working on? And the next question is, what do you prefer to make most? Smaller props like the Star Trek badge or Captain Marvel star, or do you prefer to work on medium-sized props like the Quad Blasters, or do you like to make big props like the Minor Falcon and the T-Rex head? That's a great question. That's a really great question. It's tricky because I love working on the big one because the result is, for me, the most satisfying feeling that I can have is from the bigger ones. But the little ones can be nice as well. It depends. But the problem with this channel is that most of the time you want to, my best performing videos are the big one most of the time. So when I do small ones, usually it doesn't perform really well for a lot of reasons, for many reasons. And so yeah, it depends. But the big ones are really satisfying. But on the other hand, they are really time consuming. And they are really can be frustrating because you spend so much time on the T-Rex head. I spent really too much time. It took me about a month and a half to make it. Of course, for me it has been really long for me because I had to make everything from scratch, which is not your case because you have the templates and you have these tutorial videos. I didn't have tutorials, I didn't have templates, I have to figure out how to do everything from scratch. So for me, it's always, there are a lot of moments where I'm just like this, looking at the props, and for hours, I'm just thinking about how the hell I'm going to be able to make the next step. Usually I try to think about everything before starting, but yeah, there are a lot of moments where I just have to think. It's a long process. I have to create the templates, I have to record the tutorial videos, I have to make the tutorials, I have to edit the tutorials after that, which take about a week. So yes, for me, it's always a really long process. But and for this kind of prop, when they are really long, it can be a little bit frustrating because I'm running late. I really try to publish at least one tutorial a month. And when a prop takes me more than a month to create, it's frustrating because I feel like I'm running late on my schedule and everything. And in the comment, you are asking me, where is the new one? I'm waiting for the new one, and yeah, I'm working on it. But yeah, so it's frustrating to make long tutorials, to make long props. But the result is so satisfying. The T-Rex head is just mind-blowing. I love Jurassic Park. I love Jurassic World too. I prefer Jurassic Park actually, but I really like the new ones too. And yeah, for me, it's just mind-blowing to have a T-Rex head that is just big as AF. So it's really satisfying to make the big ones, but the small ones are faster as well and can be cool to make. So it depends. It really depends. But I think I would say the big one, the big ones. The next question is from Apple, and the question, so he made Iron Man helmet, I think, and the question is, could you please make Star Wars helmet? Many are waiting for that. I will do more Star Wars helmet. It's plain, but I only have 2 hands, guys, so I can't do everything at the same time. So, but yeah, I plan to make the Stormtrooper helmet. I plan to make the Darth Vader helmet. Yeah, I plan to make more. And actually, it's very likely. I'm not sure I'm going to make the helmet, but after the Jason Voorhees mask, it's very likely that I'm going to make a props, probably the helmet from the Mandalorian. The shows, Mandalorian. I don't know if I pronounced it correctly. I think my accent, I just murdered the name of this show, but I think you know the show. And I think the first one that I'm going to make from this show is going to be his helmet. I think is going probably this one, but it's not 100% sure, but it's very likely. So yeah, yes, it's plain, and it's I will do more helmets. That's it for sure. And Darth Vader helmet is on my to-do list for ages, but Darth Vader helmet is a really tricky one to do because it's a kind of face, and when you do a face or a helmet that that have a kind of face on it, it's really tricky because if you do a single mistakes, in the geometry and the proportions of it, it's going to be really weird. The result is going to be really weird. So you really have to be perfect when you do that kind of stuff. So for me, the Darth Vader helmet is a really tricky one, but I do it eventually. The next question is from Super Bullets Bees, and so the question is, do you like Lord of the Rings? Yeah, I like. I'm not a big fan of Lord of the Rings, but I like. I guess I say that because I had some friends that were really big fan of the movies. So for me, they are, you know, the big fans, because I wasn't, you know, as much as fan as they were. So for me, I'm always feeling I'm not really a big fan of the movie, but it's not true. I really enjoyed to watch them. I think I've watched the movies twice, so yeah, I really like them. But yeah, that's not my favorite kind of movies. Maybe a little bit too fantasy for me, I think. But it's weird because I love Star Wars and it's really fantasy too. So yeah, I don't know. But I like. I've watched all of them at least twice. Okay, the next question is from Super Bullet Bees again. I think, yeah, again. And no. Yes, okay. And so he asks make Nerf stuff. So yeah, that's barely a question. So usually I don't answer that kind of question, but I don't do Nerf stuff. I do movie props from movies and shows. So Nerf stuff are not really things I'm doing here. So yeah, sorry. Okay, so the next question is from Josu Gonzalez, and so he haven't make yet one of my tutorials, not yet. And the question is, can you make a wearable Terminator head? A wearable Terminator head? It's really tricky. It's because I think, you know, the Terminator head is the size of a human head. So if you have to wear it, you have to be bigger than that. So I think it would be weird to make one that is wearable, and because it's if you mean the skull of it, I think it's not possible because you have holes everywhere. It will look really bad, I think. So yeah, I think I won't do that. Sorry, but yeah, maybe I will have a second thought later. We'll see. But yeah, it's not planned for now. The next question is from Janessa, and so the question is, I'm a new subscriber, so I'm mostly learning about this channel. I have so many cardboard boxes from moving, so I'd like to use them sometime soon. My question is, what list of tools do you recommend? Oh, my English. What list of tools do you recommend to have if someone is a beginner and doesn't have a shop or big fancy machines for shortcuts? Yeah, that's a great question. That's a really great question. Actually, these tutorials are made for you to make them with really a few tools and simple ones. So I'm pretty sure that you can buy them from Amazon. I'm not pretty sure. I'm sure I bought mine from Amazon. So what are a command of tools? I think the most important tools that you have to get to make them. One of them, but I think the most important is this one. A precision knife, X-Acto blade. Without that, it's going to be really difficult for you to make my tutorial videos because they require for you to be really accurate when you cut the cardboard, and the more you cut the pieces accurately, the better you'll be at it, you know, and the best result you have at the end. So it's really important to use a precision knife, not a scissor. A scissor are really bad tools. I think I know that many of you sometimes try to make this build using a scissor. Maybe if you use a really sharp scissor, you know, that is made for crafting, I don't know, but I think it's really a really bad tool because scissor you know, it's destroying the cardboard more than it's cutting it. So scissor is really bad tools to use. So precision knife is the most important one, I think, and of course the hot glue gun. I use hot glue gun for pretty much everything. But if you don't want to use a hot glue gun, you can use wood glue or any type of PVA glue because they will work the same way. It's just going to be for you a little bit longer to make these. I use hot glue gun. For me, I use hot glue gun because it saves me so much time, and I have to work fast because I have to publish as fast as I can on my YouTube channel, at least once a month. That's why what I'm trying to do. So yeah, if I have to wait, you know, for every pieces to dry, you know, with things, it wouldn't be possible for me to keep the, you know, the distance to be fast enough. So hot glue really allows me to be fast when I glue my pieces. So and I think it's really handy. But yeah, so if you don't want to use hot glue, you can use wood glue or any type of PVA glue, and the precision knife, and of course a ruler or that kind of stuff. And yeah, I think. But if you want a complete list of the tools that I've used to make my stuff, on every discussion in every description box of tutorial videos that I've made, you know, below the tutorial videos you have a description box, and in this description you have a complete list of almost all the tools, the main tools I use to make my stuff. And you're going to see that most of them are really cheap actually. So yeah, so don't hesitate to have a look at that if you want to see all the tools that I use to make my stuff. Okay. Do you work in Hollywood film? No, I don't work in Hollywood film. Mukitag Murti. I live in London. I don't live in America, so Hollywood is not. Of course, I watch a lot of movies from Hollywood, but Hollywood is not a thing here. So yeah, I don't work in Hollywood film. I haven't had the chance. Would be cool though, but yeah. Cute cat, lol. Yeah, Janessa. Yeah, I have 4 cats. He's really cute. He's really cute. Are you talking about me or about my cat, Peace Mama? Okay, can you make Saturn V Apollo spacecraft? No, I can't do that. I know that I've made the space shuttle, but the space shuttle was a kind of exception, you know, and because the space shuttle appears in a lot of, you know, the space shuttle is in a lot of movies, so it was a kind of related, and because I love space conquest and I love that kind of stuff, but unfortunately the topic of this channel is really movie and shows, so it has to be from a movie or a show. So yeah, I can't do that unfortunately. Yeah, Jeff is right. Dark Knight is right. I don't make game props because I'm not really in the gaming stuff. I don't play a lot of games, not things of this channel, and because it's really important on YouTube to have a focus. So, and because if you are all over the place, it's going to be really hard for you to grow on YouTube. So yeah, so the focus of the channel is really movies and shows. So yeah, sorry. Okay. Why you're not answer my question, Amazing Programmer? I don't know. Where do you put your question? Amazing Programmer, I think you have to understand how works things on YouTube. I've said a couple of times, most of the time, and I think Jeff Darkness is reminding you a lot that the best way to have your question answered is in the form in the description box below. And the way it works on the first come, first served basis. So if you just put your question right now, maybe I will answer to it at the end of this live stream or before, in a couple of minutes. But yeah, you have to be patient. I can't do answer. And on the chat, if you put your question in the chat, yeah, it's really difficult for me to find that question. I probably missed it. Okay, so the next question from the form that is in the description box below is... so by the way, I hope I answered your question, Janessa. And yeah, so basically just have a look in the description box below the tutorial videos that I've made, and you see all the tools that I use to make my props. Everything is almost there. Maybe, and if something is lacking, I don't know, maybe don't hesitate to remind me or DM me on Instagram. Just ask me. I will tell you where I had it from. The next question is from It's Marion. And so he's working, or she's working on the Iron Man Infinity War helmet. That's great. And the question is, please makes Iron Man Infinity War helmet. So yeah, so I think you're not working on this one. And so yeah, I'll think about it. But as I said, the form is not made to put your request. Sorry, if you have requests, put them in the comments of this live stream or in the comments of the tutorial videos. I will take them into account. The next question is from Aram Shav Creative and Gaming. And the question is, can you make a big Avenger figure of cardboard? I'll think about it, but as I said, the form is not made for the questions, for the request, but I think about it. We'll see. The next question is from... okay, the next question is from Everett. And the question is, do you watch Theod One South on YouTube? No, I don't know who he is, so yeah. Maybe he's a props maker. Maybe that's why you talk. you speak about him, but I don't know who it is. Maybe leave a link of his channel in the comments. I will have a look. The next question is from Nathan, and so he's working on Iron Man helmets. That's great. And the question is, who is your favorite manga anime character and why? Sorry, I can't answer to that question because I don't watch anime things and manga. I should, because I know that there are really great manga and some really awesome movies that I really love, like Matrix, for example, is from manga stuff. So I really have to. I think I really have to change that thing, and I really have to look into manga stuff and everything. But yeah, it's not really a thing for now, for the moment for me. So sorry, I can't answer to that question. The next question is from my name is Ninja. So the next question is from Ninja, and the question is, why do you join single plain cardboard board to make a bigger piece, like using 4 quarters to make a circle instead of cutting out the shape in a single piece? I'm not sure why you ask that. If you speak about if you're talking about the shield, you know, the Captain America shield, that's because I have to make the templates on, you know. Of course, if I was doing them for myself, I could be able to make, you know, I take a big, you know, big sheet of cardboard, I cut the entire piece on it. But the problem is that I have to cut in several parts for them to put them, in order to put them in a sheet of, you know, on like this for you to imprint, because you have to print them in your home to make yours. So if it's bigger than that, you won't be able to print them, you know, in your home quite easily. So that's why I cut the things in a way that they fit into the sheet that you can print on any printers. And that's why sometimes you see pieces that are like this, you know, and you're wondering why I cut them in two. And I ask you in the tutorials to, you know, to glue them together. That's because you have to. I know that you won't be able to print the templates. Most of you won't be able to print the entire pieces, so I do the work for you, and I could cut the pieces in two. That's why, for example, with the T-Rex, you have a lot of little pieces, but sometimes, you know, for the big part of the T-Rex, you know, you have 3 pieces to glue together, because you have to print, you know, otherwise you wouldn't be able to print the template if it was on one piece on the template, because it would be too big, and you have to go, you know, I don't know, in the store to print it, or it would be really painful for you to print the template. And I really try to make this tutorial as easy as possible for you. So that's why sometimes I cut the pieces in several parts. The next question is from Tasnim Rahman. The question is, so he's working on the baseball bat, which is the Negan's Lucille bat from The Walking Dead. And that's great. And the question is, follow me on TikTok, please. My account is Tamin. Okay, so okay. You can't ask that in the form. You can ask me to follow you somewhere, because I have that kind of request 200 times a day, so I can do that. I can, if you ask me to follow you, I don't know you, I can just go to your TikTok account and follow you just like this, because if I do that for you, I will do that for everyone, and it's not possible for me to do that. So yeah, sorry, I can't do that. But if you have something to show me, I don't know, videos, something, you can DM me on Instagram, and I will have a look on this. But yeah, the next question is from Mario. And so the question is, will you make anything from the Among Us game? It's a fairly popular and it will get you a lot of views. I don't do gaming stuff, as I said earlier in this live stream. I don't do games. This channel is really focused on movie and shows. So yeah, sorry, I can't do that, because you really have to be focused on YouTube, and it's really important to grow fast on YouTube. That's why I was able to, you know, to grow quite fastly on YouTube, because you know, with only 32 videos, something like this, I'm about to hit 100,000, you know, subscribers, which is, with 32 videos, is really, really cool. But that's because I'm really focused, you know. I don't do things all over the place. I don't do, you know, furniture out of cardboard, and after that, you know, things that doesn't relate between each other. It's really important to have a focus on your channel. Because you know, if you end up on your channel and you see because of one videos, you know, you go to the channel because you love these videos, and when you go to the channel, if you see a recipe to make a chocolate cake or you know, I don't know, a video reaction about the gaming things, and after that, you know, if it's all over the place and you go on this channel because of your own videos and you see that is all over the place, you won't subscribe to it because you know you were there for these videos and you see that there are not much of these videos. The YouTuber is all over the place. So it's really important to be focused in order to meet the expectations of the people that go to YouTube channel because of one videos. They are to be related between each other as much as possible. So yeah. And so the next question is from it's Marion, and so he's working or she's working, I'm not sure, make a Minecraft sword. Okay, so he requests to make a Minecraft sword. So as I said, the form is not for you, is not for requests. So if you have requests, put them in the description, and if in the comments area of this live stream, or in the comments area of the tutorial videos. Okay, so the next question is from it's me, Marion again, and he asks, do you use Discord? I don't use Discord, but I'm going to start a Discord things, or maybe a private Facebook group really soon for you to interact between each other. It's going to be for the member of this channel only. So if you are a member of this channel, you'll be able really soon to interact with the other member of this channel, and you know, to show the things that you're working on, and you know, to ask questions. And I'll be there in this private group, but yeah, but it's going to be so I'm not sure. I don't know if I want to do that on Discord on as a private Facebook group. So maybe if you have no suggestion about that, if you prefer Discord or Facebook group, just leave in the comments, leave in the chat, just an hashtag Discord and an hashtag Facebook, just for me to know who is for Discord or Facebook group, which one do you prefer. Just leave that in the chat, just to know that. It would be awesome to see what you prefer. So yeah, so I'm not on Discord yet, but maybe soon. The next question is from Ninja. I am Ninja, and the question is, what do you figure out, plan, or think about how to approach or make the pieces to make a project? That's a great question. It depends on a lot of things, actually. I really have to think about, you know, I really have to think about what is going to be successful on my YouTube channel accordingly to what you want me to make, accordingly to what is already performing on this channel. Because you know, if I do something that is related to a very popular, really famous videos on my YouTube channel, it's really likely that the next video is going to work really well too. That kind of stuff, you know. What is trending at the moment, you know, at the moment it's Halloween, so I'm working, you know, my next prop is going to be an Halloween prop, and so in a few days on my YouTube channel, it's going to be posted in a few days in my YouTube channel. And so yeah, so it's a tricky thing. I really have to think about a lot of stuff. It's not an easy thing to do. So yeah, and but I think your question was more about how to make them. I think how to think about how to approach or make the pieces to make. Yes, okay. So yeah, so the idea is really to think a lot about how I'm going to make them, because I'm starting, you know, because if I start to make something right away without thinking about all the steps that I'll have to go through to finish it, you know, I'm about to go to, you know, to a lot of trouble because you really have to know that everything is possible, and especially for me, because I have to do everything from scratch. You don't have to do that, because you have these tutorial videos and you have the templates, and believe me, the templates are the most difficult thing to do. Thanks to the templates, I think pretty much every one of you will be able to make pretty much every tutorials I've made so far. If you cut the templates accurately, you know, and you do every steps as I show in the tutorial videos, you should be able to make every one of them, even if you're not used to make these props. Maybe it's going to take a little bit longer for some of you, because if it's your first thing that you create out of cardboard, maybe it's going to take a little bit longer, but than some of other. But yeah, that's why. But for me, it's always a long process. I have to figure out how to make everything, and yeah, it's a tricky part. Yeah, and so how I approach how to make them. The first thing I do when I make props, I'm looking for some really accurate pictures of this prop from Google or screenshot from the movie, and I try to work from them. Sometimes I use 3D models, not mine, but 3D models from people that have made, a 3D model from this prop, and that's the way I'm able to, to move the model in every angles, and I'm able to be really more accurate when I make my templates and the pieces from it. But it's really tricky process. But if you want to know how I make my templates, actually, I'm going to make a series of videos about my techniques, the techniques I use to make my templates, and it's going to be for the member of this channel only. So if you want to see this, how I make my templates with, quick video tips about these techniques, and there are going to be as well really long videos about these techniques, how I made them with the pictures and everything. It's going to be for the member of this channel. So if you want to see that, don't hesitate to be a member of this channel. And by being a member of this channel, you help me to grow this YouTube channel, and you help me to keep working on these props, because I'm not gonna lie, they are so much of work. So yeah, it's a really tricky process. I can't explain everything in this live stream because it's so long, and depending on the props, it's going to be really different. Some props are easier. I use some techniques to make. I haven't made every one of my props the same way. Almost, I use some techniques often, but yeah, every props are different. Okay, so yeah, what's your favorite prop you've made? I think it's going to be the alien head DPS life. I love the xenomorph head, and yeah. Thanks for your response to comment about web shooter when you do. Response to comment about web shooter when you do. I never said that I'm going to make this one. I probably said to you that that I was going to think about it, and I still have to think about it. So we'll see. Maybe I will do this one day. Yeah, you're right, Jeff. You're right, Jeff. It's probably too late to get your new question in the form now. So I'm going to answer some questions from the chat as well. That way, if you have question, put it in the chat with an hashtag question in all cap, and I'm going to try to answer some questions from the chat too. And meanwhile, I'm as well going to answer a series of questions from the form. I'm trying to do both from now on. If you have new questions, put them in the chat. I'll try to answer them if I see them. How many time did you spend to make all your creation? That's a great question. It's long. It was a long process for all of them. I think, because not all of them. Some of them was really quick, but most of the time it's long for me. But as I said, for me it's always a long process, because I have to do everything from scratch. I have to record the tutorials. I have to edit the video. So yeah, for me it's a long process for me always. But and it shouldn't be for you, because you have the templates and this tutorial. But yeah, so yeah, for me it takes about a week to 3 weeks, sometimes a month. And for the T-Rex head, a month and a half. But yeah, as I said, for you should be way faster. Even if you're not used to do stuff out of cardboard, because I know that I used to make this stuff. But even because believe me, the templates make everything easier for you. The templates and this tutorial, I have to figure out everything from scratch when I started all of this project. So I didn't have tutorials. I didn't have templates from someone else. I had to make mine from scratch. So yeah, for me it's always really long. Question. So Jeff asked a question. Is your white cat sleeping behind the falcon missing an eye? Yeah, I think, but I don't know how you see that because he's not facing the camera, but yes, that's right. The biggest cat I have is one eye. He's missing one eye, and we had him like this. It's not because of us. If don't worry about that. He was a rescue cat from another. He was in a kind of, I don't know how can I say that? It's a kind of, you know, it's a kind of association that save cats from the street, you know, and so they had him like that, and we adopted him. That it was already like that, but yeah, he is missing an eye. Okay. So yeah, so if you put an hashtag question all cap, put the question after the hashtag. Okay, so in the Thor's hammer build, what is the name of the tool you use to cut perfect circles from the cardboard? Yeah, it's the tool that I don't really use anymore. I don't really show it because you have to cut the pieces from the templates. But I don't know if I have it here, and I don't use it a lot actually now because I don't know if I can find it here. I think I don't have it. It's a circle cutter. The name of it is a circle cutter to make really to cut the one pieces. But the problem with the circle cutter is that the blade of it is the same that with the precision knife. You have to change it really often, and even if I'm used to change the blade of my precision knife often, it's annoying to have to change the one from the circle cutter. So I tend to not use it anymore because of that, because it destroys the cardboard when I use it, because I have to change the blades, and you have to change it almost daily. So yeah, but yeah, it's a great tool if you want to cut really circle from the cardboard. But because you use the tutorial videos, because you use the templates when you do my tutorial videos, the circle, you just have to cut the circle from the templates and to put the circle on the cardboard, and you don't need the circle cutter to make the pieces anymore on this YouTube channel. So but it's a circle cutter. The name of it is a circle cutter. And okay, question: could you please consider making WWE the Fiend mask? I think it's not from a movie, but because it has to be from a movie or a show. So yeah, if it's not from a show or a movie, I won't be able to make it, unfortunately. I have to be focused on YouTube. If you want to go, you have to be focused. It's really important. Okay. Do you ever plan on making TV show props or video games props potentially on a second channel? Pizza Don. So do you ever plan making TV show props or video games props? I do already TV show props on this YouTube channel. I don't do them a lot because movies are a big things in my life, but I love shows, and I already made some show. I made the Negan's bait from The Walking Dead a long time ago, and so I do already things from shows, but gaming is not a thing on this channel, unfortunately. So yeah, I won't. It's not planned for now for any time soon to make stuff from games. Sorry. Okay, so question: have you met any famous actor like Harrison Ford? I would love to meet Harrison Ford. I've met some famous actors, but I've met a lot of them. It's difficult to because it's not, for me, it's not a thing. I know that for you it's a big thing. For me, I'm used to work in movies industry, so yeah, it's not something that I really recall. I've met a lot of famous French actors because I've been working in Paris for 15 years, so most of them were French. So I think most of you doesn't know them. I've worked a lot with a lot of singers, really famous singers in France and things like that, because I've worked in a lot of musical videos as well. And so yeah, some of them were famous. I've met when I do the fashion week. I've met how her name? I don't remember her name. The girl that play in Dark City, and the wife of Bruce Banner in the first Hulk. Jennifer Connelly. I think Jennifer Connelly. I've met Jennifer Connelly. Cameron Diaz as well at the fashion week, and but I'm not really talking with them. I'm cameraman, so I have to work. Sometimes I'm really close to these actors, but it's not. I'm not really talk. Sometimes I'm talk, with them, because you have to move, and I'm a steady camera operator, so we talk a little bit, but it's not really a friendly conversation. You know what I mean? It's just a working thing. But yeah, most of the time, anyway. Okay, so okay. Question: what will you do if you have a situation or giving all your props? I don't know. I don't have. I hope I won't have this situation because there are a lot of work. So I don't know. Are you going to paint any props? I won't. Even if the next one is going to be to be a little bit surprising for you because it feels like it's painting, but it's not actually. And so because cardboard is not made to be painted at all. The problem with cardboard is you need to be able to see that it's made out of cardboard at the end to keep the wow effect. If it's not made out of cardboard, you just end up with a bad replica because you won't be able to make a perfect replica, unfortunately, out of cardboard. It's going to be a little bit flaw. You have some flaws on it at the end, inevitably. I think even me, I'm not able to make them perfectly. And the problem is that, and if I wanted to, I simply wouldn't use cardboard. I would use foam, plastic, that resin, that kind of material, because the result will be way better and it will be actually really faster for me to make them, and the result will be really better with this kind of material. So with cardboard, if you want to have the wow effect at the end, the things that push you to go to my YouTube channel, because you were able to see the boxes from Amazon, and next to it you were able to see the props, and obviously it was made out of cardboard. You were able to see that the props was made out of cardboard. It was obvious, but it was as well in really perfect, and you know what I mean, not perfect but really accurate and everything. So it was, so you were you wanted to see that if it was possible, and it was, but you need to have the cardboard effect. You need to have a cardboard aspect at the end. You need to be able to see that it's made out of cardboard. It's my opinion anyway, for you to have the wow effect. So yeah, and so that's why I don't paint my props. But if you want to see more of the stuff that I make, because I know that you have a lot of questions about a lot of things that I do on this YouTube channel, and as I said earlier in this live stream, I've just been eligible for the memberships on YouTube. So if you want to be a member of this channel, from now on you can be a member of this channel, and by becoming a member of this channel, you'll have access to a lot of content, like how I'm going to make a series of videos for member only, that is going to be about how I make my templates, that kind of stuff. And as well, if you want to see the full build, the construction from start to finish with time-lapse, really long time-lapse videos, 8 hours, sometimes they are 8 hours or 9 hours long, of the entire build, you can see them by becoming a member of this channel. So don't hesitate to have a look on that. You can have a look on the perks of the memberships of this channel by clicking on the join button next to the subscribe button on my YouTube channel, on the home page of my YouTube channel. And yeah, and by doing that, you'll be helping me to do this stuff, and you'll be helping this channel to grow, which is awesome. And I can't thank you enough. And I know that some of you are already members now, I think. So I think there are something like 20 people, because it's really new. So, and you're awesome, guys. If you are one of the members of this channel, you are awesome. Thank you very much for being there and for supporting this YouTube channel. And yeah, if you want to see these time-lapse videos, you can see them by becoming a member of this channel. And so yeah, so it was awesome today to talk with you again. I'm sorry if I didn't have the time to answer to everyone's question. I'm sure I didn't have the time. It's always like that, unfortunately. But if I didn't have the time to answer your question, you can put your questions in the in the comments area of this live stream, and I'm going to answer to everyone questions after this live stream. Maybe not right away after this live stream, but in the next 24 hours, I will answer to everyone's questions. So sorry if I didn't have the time to answer your questions during this live stream, but if I didn't have the time, put them in the comments and I will answer them later. And I want to thank Nightsun, Dark Nightsun, the moderator of today's live stream. He's an awesome guy, and after this live stream, go ahead on his channel if you can, because he's just posted a new tutorial, new videos, and he just started to posted videos about props and everything. He's made a lot of props from Star Wars. He's a great guy. He's really good, and so yeah. So don't hesitate to have a look on this channel. I will put a link on this in the description of this live stream for you to go over there. And I try to remember it, because last time I forgot and I put it a little bit late. And so yeah, so it was awesome to talk with you guys. I hope you'll be able to be there next time. I go live every Wednesday at 11 a.m. Eastern time. It was awesome to talk with you. Have a great week. Stay safe and bye, guys. See you soon. Bye, everyone.